Love to. You know, years ago I tested with IROC in hopes of getting that series. Had a blast. Um, you know, and I've had chances when I drove for Don Perdone that we went and tested an Xfinity car back in the day, which was Nationwide Series. And so, yeah, I've always had an inkling, but I think as I get older, I realize there's nothing that compares, first of all, to the Nitro Funny car. That is the most insane thing to drive in the world. So it's always nice to go back to that, but I do love driving other cars, so you never know. And what's really funny is I race in our Monday night series seems to be the whole truck field of some of the Infinity or the Xfinity series. It's crazy to see all the same names I run with on Monday nights out here, especially truck with Raja and some of the other guys. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch like Travis Pastrana and some of these other drivers that are going to jump in some of the Cup cars during the year. You know, it makes you wonder if you thought about it as a race car driver, it'd be fun to try. Yeah, you know, we released a new paint scheme, which has been fun for the fans, and with Gainesville kicking off and being the first, really, you know, other than the COVID year, this is the first time we've ever not gone to Pomona and started the season off. So I think it's appropriate the Gator Nationals kick it off. It's one of the biggest, most historic races we have, and then go out west for 3 races. So I'm excited. My crew chief Guido and our Napa team have gotten everything put together. I bought more equipment, thankfully, for winning the championship. It allowed me to buy some more equipment, and I'm pretty pumped to try and defend our title. Well, thanks to Toyota and Napa, of course, but I've never seen so many zeros in my life go through a bank account with my name on it over the last year. And thankfully, my crew chief Guido is very good at watching the pennies as well. So a lot of teams have been testing already at Gainesville, and luckily we're going to just test that week of the race, and that way you can park for the race, do all the media and everything we have to do, and not have to leave. I think so. Luckily, Guido, we're going to unload the car for the test session in Gainesville, much like we pulled the Maguires for the final round at Pomona after we won the championship. And then that's cool. We got the same chassis, a lot of the same parts. And so we'll start the year off with that same car at testing, and then start testing a few things the days that follow, and then get ready for the race, basically like we left last year. And that car was on a pretty good run to the final after we clinched the championship. Guido was trying to run 340 miles an hour because the conditions were there, and I think if we see the right conditions in Gainesville, you might be able to see that. So for us, it's hit the ground running, kind of status quo. It's funny how much I've leaned on other drivers, owners, and not just in drag race. Antron Brown, my teammate for a long time, has been a huge amount of help because he's sort of in that same ownership, new to it, a year ahead of me. So Bill McAnally, a great friend and a Napa teammate, as an owner, has been tremendous. And him having the truck series, and of course Chase Elliott driving his truck tonight, he has been a huge help because he's gone through it. So I've really leaned on these people, and they've been so nice to me as far as helping. Tim Wilkerson, another NHRA driver. John Forrest calls me weekly and checks on me. That is in itself tells you how cool it is. And he did it all last year as well. So I've had a lot of support. But to answer your question, I forget that I'm an owner. It's crazy. I'm walking through with Steve Torrance and last night in the Cup garage, and I just forget that I'm a team owner, and everybody's yelling, "Hey, champ!" And I'm thinking they're talking to Florence. I forget that we're back-to-back world champions, but it's a good feeling. I think if I keep that mentality, we'll be okay.